I finally got a new driver, but I wanted to know, was it worth the money? My previous driver was the TaylorMade RBZ 9 degree with the stock RBZ stiff shaft. I bought this driver from a guy off Craigslist several years ago for like $30 and have been using it ever since. I'm not a huge fan of the white crown anymore, but when it came out, it was pretty unique. At only $189, the PXG 0211 is one of the cheapest drivers on the market. I used an online fitting tool to select the even flow Riptide, counterbalance stiff shaft, and 9 degree loft. I'm a huge fan of the matte black finish, and with the blue shaft, I think it looks very cool. Let's have a look at my swing. Glad I have the alignment stick down since I'm totally lined up with it. Backswing wasn't bad, but it goes downhill from there. Look at that terrible swing, and where the heck am I going with that follow through? Anyways, let's look at performance. I hit the PXG first and had several good shots. This 251-yard bomb felt absolutely effortless. I wasn't hitting the best shots in the world today, but I did feel like off-center strikes went relatively far and straight. I love the counterbalance shaft. It feels like I'm holding the weight in the club in the grip rather than the club head, which makes the PXG feel so much lighter. To compare these two drivers, I decided to do the most amateur thing I could think of, which was go straight to the range and blast 10 driver shots with each as fast as I could for both clubs. Last couple shots here with the PXG, nothing really spectacular, but overall I was pretty happy with the performance, especially considering the fact that I wasn't hitting them very well today. Let's see what the TaylorMade has to offer. So next up was the 10-year-old TaylorMade RBZ Tour 9 degree. Same terrible setup, same terrible swing. After all, consistency is key when testing golf clubs, right? Immediately I noticed how much heavier the club head felt compared to the PXG. Off-center hits felt awful and went absolutely nowhere. I know this is a 10-plus-year-old club, but it felt totally dead in my hands. There was no more pop. I did hit a few good shots with the TaylorMade though, like that 244-yard drive. I did find it interesting that some of these were fading significantly more than the PXG. I'm attributing that to the fact that I was somewhat fit for the PXG. I didn't go to a professional fitter, but this is just the stock TaylorMade shaft that came with the club. Let's have a look at the numbers. The PXG's on top and it's about what you'd expect. It had a faster ball speed, which equated to a longer carry and total yardage at 222 average. The dispersion was also very impressive for the PXG, 79 yards compared to that of the TaylorMade, which was 124 yards. I'm hoping that that extra 10 yards of distance and tighter dispersion patterns will translate to better scores for me this summer. Overall, I'd say the PXG was worth $189.